what we know right now. As we said, 21 people are dead, including 19 children and 2 teachers. We just confirmed from DPS all of those who died were in one classroom. Several students and adults still being treated for wounds.
The shooter has been identified as 18-year-old Salvador Ramos. He was killed by a tactical agent responding to the scene, and police believe he worked alone, so they're not looking for any other suspects at this time. Now, this tragedy is the deadliest school shooting in Texas history. Robb Elementary School has nearly 600 students in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grades.
Yeah, those students range anywhere from 6 to 10 years old. We're getting new information about the victims as they're being identified. Audrey Castoreno joins us now with the latest on that. Audrey.
Barry and Sarah, at this hour, we have the names of 4 of those victims. CBS News is reporting 10-year-old Annabelle Rodriguez is among those killed. We heard from her father yesterday as he worked to find out what happened to his daughter. And unfortunately, he later learned she was one of the 21 victims. We've also learned the names of 2 other children, 8-year-old Uzziah Garcia and 10-year-old Xavier Javier Lopez. Also, the Associated Press is reporting one of the adults killed was 4th grade teacher Eva Mireles. These are just some of those 21 victims that are not just a number, but someone's loved one. Barry, Sarah.
All right, thank you, Audrey. And this all started 11:32 yesterday morning.
All campuses were placed under lockdown at the time as crews responded to Robb Elementary. Alyssa Tejas is joining us right now from Uvalde. Alyssa, you were there all night long and all morning. What are you seeing now?
Good morning, Sarah. Very well and active in Uvalde. As you can imagine, there are more law enforcement officials both on the state side, federal level here at the elementary school going through the area. But one thing I wanted to tell you about just moments ago, we saw a group of law enforcement officials gathered in a huddle praying together. So it just goes to show that law enforcement are also greatly affected. This happened, they have families, they can relate to the victims of this situation. Now again, this shooting started at around 11:30 yesterday morning. Shots were fired at that time. DPS tells that Ramos went into the school after getting into some sort of altercation with his grandmother. He shot her before coming to the school. He crashed his truck into what appeared to be a ditch. He was wearing body armor and was carrying a long rifle when he went into the school. That's when he opened fire in a classroom, killing 19 kids and at least 2 teachers. More than a dozen kids were taken to Uvalde Memorial Hospital, and at least 4 others had to be airlifted to San Antonio. A 66-year-old woman and a 10-year-old girl are both in critical, serious condition at this time. A 9-year-old and 10-year-old girl are in good condition. So good news there about those 2 victims. But right now it's unclear how many victims are currently at Uvalde Memorial receiving treatment at this time.
And as soon as he made entry into the school, he started shooting children, teachers, whoever's in his way. He was shooting everybody.
At this point, the investigation is leading to tell us that the suspect did act alone during this heinous crime.
State representatives.
Now, several organizations are here. ATF, we've seen walked past just a few moments ago. The FBI, Texas Rangers have taken over this investigation as we try to piece together what exactly took place at Robb Elementary School, what motivated this person to do this to 21 innocent people, and especially for those victims' families who are going through the unimaginable right now. Reporting from Uvalde, I'm Alyssa Tejas, KENS 5.
It's absolute heartbreak. Alyssa, thank you. And after the shooting, students were sent over to the Willie De Leon Civic Center.
Yeah, parents rushed there yesterday afternoon just to get whatever information they could. This morning, several of those families still don't know. They don't know they know their children didn't come home, but they're waiting to learn definitively what happened. Sarah Duran is there now. And Sarah, what's going on there right now?
Hey there, good morning, Barry and Sarah. Yeah, take a look at the parking lot just over my shoulder. The parking lot looks a lot like it did yesterday, except this morning those cars belong to teachers. We know some of them belong to volunteers and staff. At this time, we don't know if they actually belong to any parents of any of those children from yesterday. But teachers from Robb Elementary were asked to meet here by school district leaders yesterday. We don't know why they're meeting here this morning, but a police officer from Uvalde did tell me on site earlier they're here for school service, a victim service, and several set of meetings are expected to take place here today. Now, we have received word there may be a press conference this morning, and I actually just confirmed that right before we came to you on air. A police officer did tell me there is a press conference expected to take place at Uvalde High School here at 10:30 and another one at 12 o'clock. After this live shot, I imagine that we'll be heading over in that direction to see if we can learn any more details right now. But like you were saying yesterday, or rather really quickly before I get to yesterday, this was a reunification center yesterday. That's where a lot of parents were meeting with their children if they were alive, and that was the unfortunate reality for yesterday. Here today at 10 o'clock, we expect grief counselors to be here on site to meet with those teachers, any students from yesterday, faculty members. So if you're not here now, that would be a great free resource to take advantage of for today. This is a very difficult day, a lot of grief to process here at the scene. But as of right now, I can tell you that there is a set of press conferences for this morning, one at 10:30 and one again at 12 o'clock. I did ask, we have been hearing different words that possibly the governor may be coming in. I have not confirmed that, but I did ask if one of those press conferences would include the governor, and I have not been able to get a solid answer. But Sarah and Barry, once I'm able to, we'll be sure to bring that to you live on air. But for now, we'll be here in Uvalde throughout the morning, bringing you the very latest information we can get here. But for now, we're live at the Civic Center. Sarah Duran, KENS 5.
All right, Sarah, thank you. Also, President Biden voicing his anger over the shooting in Uvalde. In his address to the nation last night, he called for new restrictions on firearms.
Why are we willing to live with this carnage? Why do we keep letting this happen? Where in God's name is our backbone to have the courage to deal with it and stand up to the lobbies? To lose a child is like having a piece of your soul ripped away. There's a hollowness in your chest. You feel like you're being sucked into it and never going to be able to get out.
Now, officials at all levels now, local, state, federal, all talking, trying to show whatever support they can for Uvalde.
Now, President Biden spoke with Governor Abbott as well by phone yesterday after the news broke, and the White House offering any and all assistance available.
Mayor Ron Nirenberg in San Antonio issued a statement last night asking everyone to join the city in lowering flags to half-staff. He also said San Antonio has sent mass casualty resources to the area and will, quote, do all we can to help our neighbors heal, unquote. Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolf also released a statement saying in part, quote, we stand united with the community in Uvalde and offer our assistance. We also mourn with them over the lives of those children and adults lost to violence. Bexar County is sending personnel and material from the Office of Emergency Management, the Medical Examiner's Office, the Sheriff's Office, and university hospitals to support the ongoing operation, end quote. We'll be right back.
For 21 years, I've been watching Survivor. This is the final fight.
It comes down to this.
You have Mike, Jonathan, Romeo, Lindsay, and Marianne. This is the finale of Survivor.
I've been getting played this whole time.
I quit now.
This could make or break my game.
You need to make a bold move.
Wow!
I made a fake idol. See?
The Survivor season finale tonight, 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Daredevil mommy! I want to be here forever!
For the first time in 25 years, the Doobie Brothers, Tom Johnston, Michael McDonald, Pat Simmons, and John McPhee, 50th Anniversary Tour. Rock and Roll Hall Hall of Fame inductees, the Doobie Brothers. The 2022 Tobin Center Benefit Concert at the Tobin Center for the Performing Arts, Saturday, October 8th. Get tickets now at the Tobin Center box office and tobincenter.org.
Roman Wyndham believes that no kid should go hungry. We're partnering with the San Antonio Food Bank to keep his dream alive. We're collecting all the cereal that you could give. I promise I won't eat it all. You can donate money. Go to kens5.com/KensKids. Then come to our food drive. It's this Wednesday at 4 p.m. at HEB Alon. Let's do this!
During the Contone Plus Memorial Day sale, save up to 35% on Hot Buy appliances. Take an extra 10% off appliance packages and get free next day delivery. Plus, save up to 50% on select sofas and beds. Shop the Contone Plus Memorial Day sale.
Memorial Day sale at Family Leisure. Great deals on pools, patios, spas, and more. Stop in today.
A local funeral home in Uvalde is trying to make this tragic time a little easier for families right now. Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home says it will offer funerals at no cost for all of the 21 people killed in Tuesday's shooting at Robb Elementary.
And there's a way you can help as well. KENS 5 reporter Troy Klesch shows us it's as simple as rolling up your sleeve.
A helicopter quickly flies to Uvalde Tuesday afternoon. The crew on scene 45 minutes after getting the call with an emergency delivery.
15 units of low titer whole blood to the Uvalde area.
Roger Ruiz of the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center says an additional 10 units were sent later in the afternoon, and then a rush of people. Over 600 donations taken across all of South Texas's blood centers.
It's really devastating. I think all of Texas is probably pretty heartbroken right now about what happened.
Callan Hale drove from Austin to donate blood after seeing the call for help on social media.
It's unfortunate what it's used for. If it's needed, that's fine with me.
George Eisenhofer also donated as part of the Brothers in Arms program. During a time where available blood is already at a 2 to 3 day supply, donations like his are crucial.
Whole blood, platelets, everybody has something that can be used.
For Hale, it was the least she could do to help the victims. She thinks other Texans feel the same way.
I think it's a testament to how the people of Texas operate and come together for one another.
And that was Troy Klesch reporting. Now, even though that blood drive is full, the need is still great today. Both the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center and University Health are answering the call. You can make appointments with either organization this week, and you can find the link on kens5.com right now.
Also, GoFundMe has a landing page for fundraisers they've verified to help victims and families. Just head to the GoFundMe website. The link is on their landing page.
Well, this morning, as you can imagine, so many people in Uvalde are most likely still in shock from yesterday's shooting.
Yeah, the trauma they're left with really is unimaginable. It lasts forever. That's where groups like the Ecumenical Center come to help. Mary Beth Fisk is the director of the center. She joins us live now. And Mary Beth, you've made it back to Uvalde. You were there all day yesterday. You're back there now. Have you been able to meet with any families yet this morning?
Absolutely. We have families who have come to the community center, the civic center here, that are receiving resources and counseling, as well as other resources that are being provided to them. There's also another location for the families so desperately touched by this tragedy who've lost a loved one as well. So our counselors are there supporting them as well.
And Mary Beth, unfortunately, you guys have extensive experience in this. You've responded to things like this in the past, mass shootings, specifically the church shooting in Sutherland Springs. So what kind of resources exactly are you able to provide these victims?
Absolutely. What I think is very important to remember is that the tragedy, the shock that they're in now will last a period of time, but that it's a very long journey, as Barry mentioned. A lifelong journey, and that support they need needs to be continuous and provided within the community. So we will work together with our colleagues to do that as well. Sutherland Springs was an example of another horrific tragedy, and so in that we also responded to to El Paso, but it's been very important to have trauma specialists that are available to these families.
And Mary Beth, you mentioned Sutherland Springs. I know you and Marla Rushing and some of the others were there for weeks. I mean, is there a time frame in which you guys are going to be in Uvalde?
What's so important to remember, Barry, is that we still have 3 offices in the Wilson County, Sutherland Springs area serving that community. So the need is great. The need will continue. So we're trying to amass some resources to be able to staff and bring a counselor into the community for many, many months to come.
And Mary Beth, I know Uvalde, being such a small city of 16,000 people, very tight-knit community there. So you know a lot of people, probably the entire city is impacted by such a horrific event. Your services are being offered to just about everyone?
Yes, absolutely. Certainly to the families who've experienced this tragic loss, but also to the community, because as you say, so many people are connected in a small community. Many people do know one another and they care for each other. And so we're seeing an outpouring of that love and care and kindness. Thoughts and prayers are very welcome to these families and to this community.
And you're also going to be focusing on law enforcement as well that responded to the scene, correct?
Absolutely. So we did meet with some law enforcement last evening. We're working with DPS as well in the community and with the officials in the community to provide services for those law enforcement personnel that had to deal with the situation of yesterday and also that long-lasting trauma that they will carry.
All right. Mary Beth Fisk with the Ecumenical Center here in San Antonio. Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mary Beth, thank you.
All right, when we come back, Marvin is going to join us to show us what area schools are doing to try to make sure everyone is and feels safe.
It's the Bob Mills Memorial Day free event, and I promise nobody does free like me. This sophisticated Park Avenue sectional with matching pillows and the storage cocktail ottoman free. Don't miss the Bob Mills Memorial Day free event.
This month only, Renewal by Andersen is offering a super deal on windows and doors. Stay tuned to learn more.
We all have that list of home improvement projects we need to do, and if replacing your home's windows and doors is on that list, you want to know that it's going to be affordable. I'm from Renewal by Andersen, and we've helped thousands of customers who are on a budget get our windows and doors for their home. How do we do it? Well, here's something you don't expect to hear from a window company. You don't have to upgrade all your windows and doors at the same time. We're really good at identifying the bad windows and those you can wait on replacing. And here's something we offer that you don't find with a lot of window companies or contractors: great financing options. With Renewal by Andersen, you can have monthly payments that'll probably be lower than your cable bill. With another program, you can get windows and doors now and not pay anything for an entire year. It's almost like free money. No wonder half of our customers finance. Before we talk about the warranty, think about other things you've bought. Did it sometimes feel like you had to buy the expensive extended warranty to get the good coverage? That's never the case with us. Our windows are so durable and our installers are so talented. Unlike some other companies, our warranties cover the windows, doors, and the installation.
It's really impressive that they sell the product, they manufacture the product, they install the product, because then you're dealing with one company, and you're dealing with one company that has a long-standing and solid reputation.
Let Renewal by Andersen help put great windows and doors in your budget this year.
This month, Renewal by Andersen is having a super deal. Save 24% on windows and save 24% on doors with no money down, no payments, and no interest for 24 months. For the first time ever, save 24% on windows and doors and pay nothing for 24 months. Our super deal ends May 31st. Call for an appointment. 210-987-5333.
It's the Bob Mills Memorial Day free event, and I promise nobody does free like me. This Brooklyn twin daybed, tufted in crushed velvet, just $4.91, and the mattress free. Don't miss the Bob Mills Memorial Day free event.
It is 9:21. Welcome back to this special edition of KENS 5 News. Naturally, schools in San Antonio are responding to the tragedy that unfolded in Uvalde.
Yeah, districts are offering messages of support today, and in some cases even announcing new security measures they're taking. KENS 5's Marvin Hurst is joining us live right now from South San Antonio at Hutchins Elementary. Marvin, can you tell us about some of the changes that these school districts are making?
Bears area, San Antonio schools on high alert this morning, especially after what happened yesterday. How they are handling it, well, that's going to depend on which school system that you're talking about. As you mentioned, over here in South San, this is one of their elementary schools here, Hutchins Elementary School. South San is asking that any student on any of their campuses not come to school with any backpacks at all. No backpacks at all. And if you're a parent or a guardian, if you come to one of their campuses, you must have an ID in hand. Harlan ISD superintendent is assuring all of their community that law enforcement is on high alert over the rest of their school year. And in Northeast ISD, the superintendent sent out a letter to parents saying, you know, what happened in Uvalde is unimaginable, as he reminds parents and students of this very important thing: to report anything that you see suspicious to Northeast Police or campus administrators. Other districts in our areas are just showing their support online for Uvalde, including San Antonio ISD, Harlan ISD, Judson ISD, Church Cibolo, Universal City, all showing their support for the school system, just dealing with a terrible situation today. I spoke with North Side just a little while ago. According to their communications person, they're going to get out a letter to their community sometime this morning or later on today. And I talked with a parent that I want you to hear from. We're going to hear from him in my next live hit. He is a father of 4 who had a cousin who went to Robb Elementary, survived, and his father of 4 is going to talk about the backpacks and the kids, how he'd rather have his kids than worry about a backpack. That's coming up in my next live hit. For now, we're live on the city's south side. Marvin Hurst, KENS 5.
Thank you, Marvin. 9:23 right now.
And when we come back, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle outraged by this tragedy in Uvalde. When we come back, we'll take a look at the latest proposals to reduce gun violence.
Beat the summer rush and get $50 off any heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical system repair with Will Fix It. The trusted professionals at Will Fix It are ready 7 days a week to provide quick and reliable service. Let Will Fix It help keep your family comfortable all year long. Schedules will fill up fast, so keep your family cool all summer long by calling Will Fix It today for this limited time $50 off repair special.
Call 333-3300. Let Will Fix It.
Worried about needing a new roof? We won't replace your roof unless you need one. That's Roof Fix. You've got to call simply the best roofing company in Texas. We have the innovative roof tune-up, taking any old roof and making it look new again. Backed by a 7-year warranty. And it's only $59 a month with zero money down. Plus, we're celebrating our largest sales event of the season. 60% off of labor on all roofs. 210-FIX-ROOF or go to rooffixsa.com.
Roof Fix.
Home of the low price guarantee.
Spokespersons for Lorenz and Lorenz.
You get hurt in a car accident. Why should you call Ted Lorenz?
Here are some of the great results I've won for my clients. Check this out. I got a client who was rear-ended and needed surgery. $231,487.88.
Ted is on top of it.
I'm on top of it.
Call 210-320-1529. That's 210-320-1529.
Unfortunately, I am acquainted with pain. As a driven person, you figure out a way to motor through it. But there are things that you can do now to help speed up the recovery and also get you back to some level of normalcy. And that's exactly what the medical professionals at QC Kinetics are doing.
New non-invasive biologic pain solutions at QC Kinetics deliver joint pain relief without surgery or harmful medications.
No more motoring through it. Call QC Kinetics.
Welcome back. The Gun Violence Archive is an organization that collects data on shootings nationwide. It says there have been a total of 212 mass shootings, that being 4 people wounded or killed so far this year.
And at the Capitol, lawmakers are renewing calls to push forward legislation aimed at reducing that violence. Democrat Chris Murphy pleaded with his fellow senators to put aside party differences and pass some kind of gun legislation.
It will not solve the problem of American violence by itself, but by doing something, we at least stop sending this quiet message of endorsement to these killers whose brains are breaking, who see the highest levels of government doing nothing, shooting after shooting.
Now, Republicans are also outraged by the incident, but looking to solve the problem in a different way. Senator Ted Cruz, speaking about the shooting yesterday, said the answer is more funding for law enforcement.
It has happened far too many times. I have been there over and over and over again. I was at the Santa Fe High School just outside of Houston. I was at the Sutherland Springs Church just outside of San Antonio. I was in El Paso at the Walmart. I was in Midland, Odessa, with the horrific mass murderer there. I was in Dallas with the mass murderer who targeted police officers. We are seeing way too many of these horrific mass murders, and we need to devote far more law enforcement resources to stopping violent criminals, to preventing these kind of absolute acts of evil.
Now, there are quite a few groups from the San Antonio area that are in Uvalde now offering support.
And that includes actual help for first responders. The San Antonio fire scene rehab team took its bus to Uvalde last night to provide support.
Well, we come out to support our first responders that are out here working long-term scenes like this, where we know that they don't have a potty, no drinks, no snacks. We provide that for them free of charge. Like she said, it's all volunteers.
If you want to help support first responders, they operate through donations. San Antonio Fire Scene Rehab is always in need of donations.
9:28, we're going to be right back with much more. Stay with us.
Memorial Day sale at Family Leisure. Great deals on pools, patios, spas, and more. Stop in today.
I'll pick this one up. I earn 3% cash back on dining, including takeout with Chase Freedom Unlimited. So, it's not a problem at all. You guys aren't gonna give me the fake bill fight?
Come on, Kev. You're earning 3% cash back.
Humor me.
Where is my wallet? Where is my wallet? When I gave it to you. What is this? Oh, nope, that's not it either.
No, stop. I insist. That was good, though. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited with no annual fee. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
We are America's doctors.
America's pediatricians.
We are America's nurses.
America's family physicians. And we want you to know
COVID vaccines are safe and effective for kids.
My grandkids are vaccinated.
Mine are too.
What's not safe is getting COVID.
We want you to know we trust the COVID vaccine.
For ourselves,
for our patients,
for our kids.
So should you.
I thought I was ready for civilian life, but transitioning from the military was hard. I felt different. My family felt different. It was like I wasn't even sitting in my own home. I needed to talk to someone who understood. Finding Endeavors turned things around for me. They showed me I wasn't alone. I made friends. My family and I got help, and I found a way forward.
Blue Man Group. More than 35 million people have experienced the global smash hit. And now it's your turn. The new tour has original music, signature audience surprises, and hilarious absurdity. It's still blue, the rest is all new. Get ready for an experience that unites audiences of all ages at Blue Man Group.
3 performances June 18th and 19th at the Tobin Center. TobinCenter.org.
We're hurting. We are hurting in Uvalde, and it's just heartbreaking. Children are the most innocent thing that we have in life, and we have to protect them with everything we have.
Heartbreaking words from Congressman Tony Gonzales, who represents the district that includes Uvalde.
19 elementary kids have been confirmed dead, as well as 2 teachers. And this morning, we're starting to learn more about the victims. The gunman was shot and killed by law enforcement. Right now, we still don't know why he targeted that school.
What we do know this morning, the Texas Rangers are leading that investigation to find the motive. And we're also told the FBI and ATF are now assisting with that investigation.
Governor Abbott is expected in Uvalde this afternoon. Here's what we know right now. Again, 21 people were killed, 19 children, 2 teachers. We just received an update in the last couple of hours from DPS that all of those people killed were in one classroom. Several students and adults currently being treated now for wounds.
And the shooter has also been identified as 18-year-old Salvador Ramos. He was killed by a tactical agent responding to the scene. Police believe he worked alone, so they're not looking for any other suspects right now.
Now, this is the deadliest school shooting in Texas history. Robb Elementary School has an estimated 600 kids in classes. They're in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grades.
Yeah, and those students range in age between 6 and 10 years old. And we're getting new information now about the victims as they are being identified today. Audrey Castrano is joining us. This has been incredibly emotional for our entire community, Audrey.
Absolutely. And at this hour, we do have the names of 4 of those victims. CBS News is reporting 10-year-old Annabelle Rodriguez is among those killed. We heard from her father yesterday as he worked to find out what happened to his daughter. And unfortunately, he later learned she was one of the 21 victims. We've learned the names of 2 other children as well, 8-year-old Uzziah Garcia and 10-year-old Xavier Javier Lopez. Also, the Associated Press is reporting one of the adults killed was 4th grade teacher Eva Mireles. And of course, we're going to continue to work to identify the victims of this tragedy. Barry, Sarah.
All right, thank you, Audrey. And this all started literally exactly 22 hours ago.
Yeah, at 11:32 yesterday morning, all campuses were placed under lockdown at the time as crews responded to Robb Elementary. And Alyssa Tejas has been live in Uvalde all morning long. Alyssa was on the scene. Yes. Oh, okay. Actually, we're going to go to Sarah Duran first. She's joining us right now from the Civic Center. Sarah, you've also been there all night long. And what's going on there? This is a place where families are expected to be united with their kids.
Sure, Sarah, you're absolutely right. But first, I really quickly want to address at the top of the hour, we mentioned we would be moving to Uvalde High School, and we will be at some point. But however, we decided to stay here and monitor what's going on at the Civic Center. We will move to the high school at some point because we were told within the last hour that there would be 2 press conferences later this morning, one at 10:30 and one at 12:30. At the top of the hour, I said 10:30 and 12. It's been confirmed that it's actually 10:30 and 12:30. At this time, we don't know who is speaking at these press conferences. We have heard that the governor may be possibly visiting Uvalde today, but we have not been able to confirm those reports. Right now, Sarah, back here at the Civic Center, the parking looks just as full as it did yesterday, but I'm not able to confirm if any of these cars actually belong to parents. I do know they belong to teachers, staff members. We even saw volunteer trucks this morning arriving here at the Civic Center. Teachers from Robb Elementary were told to report here this morning from the school district. We don't know exactly why they're meeting here this morning, but a police officer I spoke with this morning told me that they were meeting for several meetings, teacher services and victim services as well. Right now, as we are speaking to you live here on air, at 10 o'clock, there's supposed to be grief counselors that are supposed to be here on site as well to speak to counselors, or rather teachers, students, and parents. But again, like I said, I have not seen any parents or families here at the Civic Center as of this morning. But again, I do want to repeat that there are 2 press conferences expected this morning. That would be really helpful to reporters because as of this morning, we have not received any new information, at least here at the site. today. It seems like y'all are getting more information there at the news station, which is really helpful to us out here in the field. But having those two press conferences will give us more information on what's happening today, what we could expect here today in Uvalde. So again, Sarah, one press conference at 10:30 and another at 12:30 here at the Uvalde High School. But for here, we're going to stay put for here, put here right now, and we'll send it back to you. But I'm Sarah Duran, live in Uvalde. Back to you.
All right, Sarah, thank you. And we are going to try to get to Alyssa in just minutes. Hopefully, she's outside of Robb Elementary this morning. I know she was posting about this earlier, saying that memorials outside the school, people have placed candles, they've already started. And also, just a little while ago, all of law enforcement joined together for prayers for the community. So we'll be hearing from her in just a bit, hopefully. And this morning also, the Uvalde Consolidated Independent School District does not have any scheduled classes.
Now, the district decided to cancel the last few days of the school year. Instead, they're offering counseling and other resources to try to help people get through this. So starting at 10 this morning, the grief counselors are going to be available at the Civic Center for any student, any staff member, or anybody out there in the Uvalde community.
You know, the Civic Center is also the same place Robb Elementary School staff reported to by 8 this morning. Teachers and staff at other campuses reported to their home campuses at the regular time. And this morning, since school is out for students, that means graduation is also canceled. The superintendent says they will reschedule at a later time.
And San Antonio Mayor Ron Nierenberg is asking everyone to lower all flags to half-staff in remembrance of the victims.
President Biden also ordered the flag at the White House to be flown at half-staff, as well as at all public buildings, military posts, and federal grounds across the United States. The order for the flags will run through Saturday at sunset.
All right, whenever anything like this happens, there are always organizations of all kinds that offer support. They go there to help, to do what they can when they can, but really it's more support, emotional support, and trying to fill the needs of people when this happens.
Absolutely, and that includes help for first responders as well. The San Antonio Fire Scene Rehab team took its bus to Uvalde last night to help out.
Well, we come out to support our first responders that are out here working long-term scenes like this, where we know that they don't have a potty, no drinks, no snacks. We provide that for them free of charge. Like she said, it's all volunteers.
Now, and here's the way that you can actually help support the first responders too. San Antonio Fire Scene Rehab, it operates strictly off donations, so they're always in need of donations. You can do that at any time.
When we come back with more of our special coverage, for those who call Uvalde home, this shooting has affected everyone. When we come back, we're going to hear from those who searched for their loved ones.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
The Supreme Court building behind me is once again at the center of a monumental battle. Tonight, a congressional investigation sparked by reporting from CBS News. Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
1-800-GOT-JUNK can bring the springtime anytime.
Oh, yes! We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Running store to store, wasting time and money? Asking experts who know more about plumbing than flooring. It's all so old-fashioned. Call Express Flooring. Our design consultants will come to your home with samples to view around your furniture and lighting. Express will even beat any competitor's installed price by 15%, or it's free. All backed by an exclusive lifetime installation warranty. Call Express for a lower price by 15%, or it's free.
Express Flooring to your door. Call 855-MY-FLOOR.
My teachers have brought joy to the school year by giving us weekly challenges, and it makes it fun and exciting for us to work as a team and family.
KIPP Texas Public Schools are tuition-free, open to all, and focused on preparing students to pursue any path they choose, college, career, and beyond. And we're accepting applications for the 2022-2023 school year. Apply today at kipptexas.org to attend one of our joyful, academically excellent schools.
1-800-GOT-JUNK can bring the springtime anytime.
Oh, yes! We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
(9:41) right now. Again, all of this started unfolding at 11:32 yesterday morning.
And that's when all the campuses were placed under lockdown as crews responded to Robb Elementary. We do want to get back to Alyssa Tellez, who has been live in Uvalde all night and all morning long. And Alyssa, I know earlier where you were standing, you showed us people placing candles in memory of the victims. What else are you seeing now?
Good morning, Sarah and Barry. So an active scene here where just a few moments ago we saw a group of law enforcement huddled together in prayer in response. You're just going to show that not immune to what happens here when tragedies like this unfold. Many of them could have families who reside here in Uvalde as well, but right now we're seeing both federal and state officials, law enforcement investigating what exactly took place here in Uvalde yesterday. As you mentioned earlier, the call came in at around 11:30 yesterday, so as a response to that, all schools within Uvalde Consolidated Independent School District went into lockdown following those shots fired. Now, DPS tells us that Salvador Ramos shot his grandmother before coming to the school. Shot from our helicopter showed Ramos had crashed his truck into what appeared to be a ditch. He was wearing body armor and was carrying a long rifle when he went inside the school. That's when he opened fire, killing 19 kids in one classroom, including 2 teachers. More than a dozen kids had to be taken to Uvalde Memorial Hospital here in the area. 4 others had to be airlifted for treatment in San Antonio, a 66-year-old woman and a 10-year-old girl, both of them in serious condition. A 9-year-old and a 10-year-old girl. 10-year-old girls are expected to be okay. So good news there for those 2 people. Rock Army Medical Center is also treating 2 people. They're in critical condition at this time, but it's unclear how many people have been taken to Uvalde Memorial and are still recovering there. Okay. So as I mentioned, an active investigation taking place here. Several organizations on scene, including the ATF. We saw FBI going through a home in the front of the school district, in front of the school, I should say, not too long ago. I just finished speaking to one mom. She says her daughter goes to the other school, and she says that she was very distraught, wanting to leave flowers here for these law enforcement officials and the victims. Reporting from Uvalde, I'm Alyssa Tellez, KENS 5.
All right, Alyssa, thank you.
Well, a number of people were also wounded in this shooting. Some of the victims being treated at Uvalde Memorial Hospital. Others had to be airlifted to San Antonio.
And KENS 5 reporter Henry Ramos has more reaction from the families still waiting to hear back about their loved ones.
Throughout much of the day Tuesday, families showed up here at Uvalde Memorial Hospital searching for answers, searching for their loved ones. Even just residents here just showed up across the street from the hospital to pray. Holding each other's hands for comfort, loved ones frantically showing up to Uvalde Memorial Hospital, families worried sick, searching for their missing.
It's been hours of devastation just waiting, and there's no answers.
Leandra Vera searching for her niece, who is more like a daughter. Eliana Torres, a 4th grader at Robb Elementary.
And we're just hoping that she's sound and safe.
A grandmother leaving the hospital, thankful her grandson survived.
He was shot at the end of the leg. He's scared right now. He said he was scared, but he's fine. He just says he remembers it sounded like fireworks going off.
Mary Henson says her son-in-law ran to the school, broke a window in a classroom, and pulled his son and others to safety.
It's just devastating. Our community is devastated.
Olivia Ibarra, across from the hospital, in tears.
It's my school. I consider it, our school.
She worked at the school It is her home.
That was where I worked for 25 years. My husband was a principal there. My son went to school there. It's just breaking my heart. It's just breaking my heart. I just didn't ever expect anything like that to happen here in Uvalde.
Didn't think anything like this would happen here. The sentiment for a lot of people here who live in Uvalde, you know, even speaking with the husband who showed up here, his wife is a nurse here at the hospital, and the way that he put it to me, he said his wife obviously was extremely busy throughout the day, and the only thing that she was able to communicate with him, that this was a nightmare. In Uvalde, Henry Ramos, KENS 5.
All right, Henry, thank you for that. Also, a local funeral home in Uvalde is trying to make this tragic time a little easier for families. Hillcrest Memorial Funeral Home says it will offer funerals at no cost for all of the 21 people killed in Tuesday's shooting at Robb Elementary.
It is 9:46 right now. We'll take a break and be back.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services.
Wainwright Injury Lawyers.
A proven record of winning.
Against huge insurance companies.
Wainwright changed my life.
Don't wait. Call 8. Respect. Justice. Demand it. Wainwright Injury Lawyers.
Worried about needing a new roof? We won't replace your roof unless you need one. That's Roof Fix. You've got to call simply the best roofing company in Texas. We have the innovative roof tune-up, taking any old roof and making it look new again. Backed by a 7-year warranty. And it's only $59 a month with zero money down. Plus, we're celebrating our largest sales event of the season. 60% off of labor on all roofs. 210-FIX-ROOF or go to rooffixsa.com.
Roof Fix.
Home of the low price guarantee.
Don't let psoriasis get in the way. With Taltz, up to 90% of patients saw a significant improvement of their psoriasis plaques. Some even saw 100% clear skin. Don't use if you're allergic to Taltz. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. Increased risk of infections and lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about infections, symptoms, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop, worsen, or if you had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Ask your doctor about Taltz.
For over 100 years, Amy Rodriguez Funeral Home has serviced our community. Thank you, San Antonio, for trusting us with your loved ones. We were here yesterday and we will be here tomorrow. Amy Rodriguez Funeral Home, you are with family.
For the first time in 25 years, the Doobie Brothers, Tom Johnston, Michael McDonald, Pat Simmons, and John McPhee, 50th Anniversary Tour. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, the Doobie Brothers. The 2022 Tobin Center Benefit Concert at the Tobin Center for the Performing Arts, Saturday, October 8th. Get tickets now at the Tobin Center box office and tobincenter.org.
Now, this incident understandably has people at schools really everywhere worried about the last few days, so law enforcement trying to help with that. Sheriffs in LaSalle, Wilson, Bexar County, as well as police officers in Bernie all say they're going to increase police presence at schools for the remainder of the year. Each agency says there's really been no increased threat. They just want to try to make sure that the students and their parents feel safe. And schools in San Antonio are obviously responding to the shooting as well.
So school districts are actually not only offering messages of support, but in some cases, we're actually told they have new security measures as a result of yesterday's mass shooting. KENS 5's Marvin Hurst is joining us live right now from South San Antonio at Hutchins Elementary. Marvin, what's the latest on that? What have you learned from the districts?
Hey Sarah, hey Barry. Yeah, you know, schools are supposed to be one of those places where our kids are supposed to feel safe and be safe until you go to a school and some mad person just comes in and takes the whole thing in an entirely different direction. I'm outside of Hutchins Elementary School, Southside ISD. I'll tell you what they're doing in just a second, but I want to start with Harlandale ISD. They're telling their community that they have beefed up law enforcement in this situation following the shooting that happened yesterday. Northeast ISD superintendent sending out a letter to his community, letting them know that the unimaginable happened in Uvalde, but most importantly, asking students to report anything that they see suspicious to Northeast ISD police or to the administration. Now here to South San ISD, The parents have been told in the wake of this shooting not to allow their kids to bring backpacks to school at any campuses. We went here to an elementary school, got video of kids making it into school this morning, and they did not have backpacks on. That's where I ran into Mario Martinez. He is a father of 4. Mr. Martinez told me that he had a cousin who went to Robb Elementary School who survived the shooting. So when he heard about the backpacks, he says, yeah, I want my kids to have backpacks, but I'd rather have my kids than the backpacks.
You know, you never know what's gonna happen. So it gives you a thought, should I send my kid to school or should I even take my kid at all? I mean, I might be a tough guy and all that, but even when my kid gets like a scratch or a bruise, I even kind of like get sad and kind of feel bad because like they're my world.
Yeah, that sense of fear, that's why the letters and the measures are all in place. Speaking of letters, Northside says that they will send out one later today. We're live on the city's south side. Marvin Hurst, KENS 5.
Thank you, Marvin. You know, when something like this happens, especially when it involves children like this, it affects everyone. It's even rippling, you know, through the sports world.
Yeah, I mean, the entire country and the world is reacting as well to the shooting. So in a speech now viral, Golden State Warriors head coach and former Spurs Steve Kerr got really emotional after hearing about the shooting.
But I want every person here, every person listening to this, to think about your own child or grandchild or mother or father or sister, brother. How would you feel if this happened to you today? We can't get numb to this. We can't sit here and just read about it and go, well, let's have a moment of silence. Yeah, go Dubs, you know. Come on, Mavs, let's go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go play a basketball game.
Now, having dealt with loss from gun violence, Kerr's really been an outspoken advocate calling for Congress to pass gun reform. His father, Malcolm Kerr, was the president of the American University in Beirut when he was fatally shot by 2 men outside his office in 1984.
It's 9:53 and still ahead, we're going to continue our special team coverage after the break.
Our teams will travel from Broadway to Hollywood.
Musical Theater Week! Even if you were the best last week, you still are at the risk of getting eliminated.
You guys are always super fierce, but I need a little more.
It was so good!
I'm a dancer now.
You are!
A new Come Dance With Me, Friday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Don't get stuck with internet and TV that costs more and does less. Set yourself free with Spectrum and get it all from one provider. Get Spectrum Internet with enough speed for all your devices all at once with speeds of 200 megabits.
Whoa, that's fast.
Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep you safe online. Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. And don't get stuck with the same old TV. Multiply your screens. Spectrum TV with a free Spectrum TV app lets you watch here, there, and everywhere. Stream live TV, sports, news, and more on any device. Plus, access up to 85,000 on-demand titles. Get Spectrum TV from $49.99 a month. Call 833-605-4999. Don't get stuck paying more for less. Pick and choose the services you need. Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each. All with no contracts. Call 833-605-4999.
Daredevil Mommy! I want to be here forever!
John Wayne Academy is San Antonio's premier trade school for AC and heating techs, plumbers, and electricians to ensure the best service for you. Stay tuned for today's top headlines with the KENS 5 Morning Rush, sponsored by John Wayne Service Company.
It's 9:55 right now, continuing our special coverage of the Uvalde mass shooting. We want to get back to Sarah Duran right now, who's been live at the Willie De Leon Civic Center.
Sarah, we know that's where parents went yesterday and to be reunited with their kids, and then ultimately a number of them had to do DNA tests and all. Do you know whether or not all of the families have been notified about their kids yet?
You know, Barry, I'm not sure if I can confirm that here in Uvalde, but it seems like you guys at the station have more access to that information, so I would be happy to see if that is the case. But in the meantime, I do want to introduce to you a woman that came in here from San Antonio. Her name is Beverly. She's joining me now. Beverly, why did you decide to come out to Uvalde?
Well, I came out today because it's a very emotional time, heartbreaking, and I feel though we're neighbors. We have to let people know that you're not alone. You do have people that are with you and feeling the same pain as everybody is feeling today. It's heartbreaking for me. I just needed to be here.
And so much so that you took off work, you drove the hour and a half, 2 hours it takes to get here. What did you bring with you?
I just brought some things of nourishment, you know, water, chips, sandwiches. I know no one's like even thinking about eating, but we do need nourishment to keep our strength. So I just want to come down and give what I could give and be here. And I'm gonna be here. I'll be here today.
What is it why is this scene so, how did it touch you? What compelled you to come and be here today?
I am a mother, and I lost my child. He was an adult, 25, back in 2017. And when things happen like this to, you know, the children, to families, it breaks my heart. And so I have my own organization, Mother Lost Child. And I have to be here. This is who I am. I have to show that you're not alone.
Right, and you being here is showing these people that they are not alone today. So we appreciate your perspective, and thanks so much for talking to us.
You're very welcome.
Sarah and Mary, we'll send it back to you.
As Beverly just said here to the city of Uvalde, you are not alone. Here at KENS 5, we too stand with the Uvalde community, and we will continue doing all we can to bring you the very latest information.
Yeah, this story is going to continue to develop today, tomorrow, next week, next month. We'll continue to bring as much information to you when we get it. We'll continue our coverage on air and on KENS5.com.
Right now, thank you for joining us for this special coverage. We leave you with a live picture of Robb Elementary, where so many families are left mourning.
The Bob Mills Memorial Day free event, and nobody does free like me. Purchase any selected queen mattress and I'll give you the Heads Up Mood Base free. Don't you miss the Bob Mills Memorial Day free event.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services.
Injured? Need help? Call Wayne Wright.
Legal team on call 24/7.
Winning big money settlements.
Don't wait. Call 8. Respect. Justice. Demand it. Wayne Wright Injury Lawyers.
We are America's doctors.
America's pediatricians.
We are America's nurses.
America's family physicians. And we want you to know
COVID vaccines are safe and effective for kids.
My grandkids are vaccinated.
Mine are too.
What's not safe is getting COVID.
We want you to know we trust the COVID vaccine.
For ourselves.
For our patients.
For our kids.
So should you.
During the Contone Plus Memorial Day sale, save up to 35% on Hot Buy appliances. Take an extra 10% off appliance packages and get free next day delivery. Plus, save up to 50% on select sofas and beds. Shop the Contone Plus Memorial Day sale.
It's the Bob Mills Memorial Day free event, and nobody does free like me. Purchase any selected queen mattress and I'll give you the Heads Up Mood Base free. Don't you miss the Bob Mills Memorial Day free event.
Bruno Mars, all new Ellen.
Here it comes from the famous Bob Barker studio in Hollywood. It's The Price is Right. Mackenzie Price, come on down. Juan Fernandez, come on down. Jesse Moran. Come on down. And Lindsay Mirren. Come on down. You are the first 4 contestants on The Price is Right. And now, here's your host, Drew Carey.
What's up, Hey, look, it's Alexis Cobb, everybody. Nice to see you. Let's say hi to my friend, George Ray.
Hey, good morning, Drew. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mama May.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get this show started with the first prize up for bids today on The Price is Right.
We're going to start things off with designer shoes. This designer leather shoe collection from Gucci includes 2 pairs of low-top sneakers for him, plus 2 pairs of low-top sneakers for her.
Hey, look, it's James O'Halloran, everybody, all the way from Australia, USA.
Howdy doody, everybody. How you doing, Drew?
Good day, mate.
Good day, buddy.
The shoes go to whoever is closest to the actual retail price without going over, and we're going to start with you. What do you say?
$2,200.
$2,200. One.
$1,700.
$1,700. Jesse.
I'll go with $2,150.
$2,150. Lindsay.
$2,220.
$2,220. Actual retail price, $2,900.